Hi everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of The Shift with me, Valarie. John Maxwell says he's one of the leadership gurus. He mentions that everything rises and falls on leadership. And today, I want to have a conversation revolving around leadership and governance. And what an honor to have the gentleman with me. He's going to introduce himself in a few minutes. He's the Secretary of Youth Affairs, State Department for Youth in the government of Kenya. So, karibu sana, Raymond.
Thank you so much, Marcy.
Is it Raymond or Ray?
I think both. I know some people within the circles know me as Raymond.
Yes.
Who know me from long time. We are very close. Call me Ray. So I'm very comfortable with either side. Now that I'm also dealing with the young people, so
Yeah.
I should be okay to be called with my short.
Great. Okay. Welcome to The Shift. It's an honor having you. I think probably you can just give our viewers a little bit of background of who Ray is, and also tell us about your career path.
So as you've done in the introduction, Raymond is Secretary of Youth Affairs at the State Department for Youth. And the job that I have here is purely to deal on young people and issues to do with young people in government, opportunities, policy direction, enabling environment, liaison and linkages, alternative livelihoods for the youth, voicing the needs of the young people. So all that put together is what my work entails. So it's a privilege to serve the people of Kenya and also to serve the youth who are between ages 18 to 35. It's a great pleasure. So even you, in terms of having the shift, taking interest in coming, and I know every platform we've got a big reach to just speak, inspire, connect, and just make the life of young people better. Being that sometimes experience is an issue with the youth, because anytime you go somewhere and you're young, people believe you're young because you've not seen a lot. You're young because you've not grown in some circles. It's difficult sometimes to work with some people. Intergenerational conflicts about the youth do not know who they are, what they really want, and nobody sometimes. Some people do not even really trust and think that young people can be at the helm. And can transform their generation, can change their societies. And I've just learned one thing. Youth just need a chance.
Absolutely.
They just need time.
Yes.
And in areas whereby they're deficient, they just need to be grown, trained, incubated, mentored, and made to be great, because every old person, where you are, you're once a young person.
Absolutely.
So that's where we are going. So that's my work, exciting and also challenging as well, because the youth are very many. The needs are more, and you'll never meet the needs of the youth as a government or as an entity or as a community. The unemployment challenges and the youth bulge that we have in Africa, in the world. Africa right now, the median age of Africa is 23 years old. So that tells you the shift is coming in terms of the next generation, and the next step that the globe is going to take is on young people. And they're on this side. And Kenya is even much confirms the same, because the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, a report that was done for 2019, indicates 75.1% of our population of the country comprises of people between ages 0 to 35. So that tells you how youth is an immense opportunity that we may need to tap.
Absolutely.
Yes, so that's all about a little bit of all what we do and what informs what we do. My journey. So where do I start? My journey is which so wide, so broad. So which
area, which angle should you start?
Which angle should I start, so that then I gain traction as we move?
Okay, let's begin with your spiritual journey. Because one of the things that we do here on The Shift is challenging the mindset and the thought patterns of young people, and also using the Bible as our principle. So let's begin with your spiritual journey, because most people feel like, Ray, you being here, you don't know anything about God, Okay. So just tell us about your spiritual walk with God here.
I can say that I'm a person of deep faith, practicing deep faith
Yeah.
in my endeavors, not only today, but it's a journey that has been for quite a long time in terms of being brought up within the youth as a young person. I'm somebody who, as many other errant young people, would want to adventure, would want to rebel, would want to take control of their lives without any sense of accountability, and feeling that, you see, what your independence is your independence and you can do what you do.
Yeah.
So that is any journey of any young person, and I have the same story. But at some point, because of many other things that had happened in our family, my dad and mom's marriage had a lot of challenges that some were even publicly known. So that impacts on you, and that begins to make you think about your life in a very different way. So you resort to many other things to just give you that utopia that you'd want to create, that sense of a sense of relief. So either young people go to drugs,
Yes.
or you begin to do many other things just as a way of also just finding your moral compass, or finding your compass to life.
Yeah.
So myself, I thought about all those, but again, I thank God. I went to church,
Okay.
and as a young person, I dedicated my life to know God, to grow more as a God-fearing young person, to live as a God-fearing young person. And to me, to a huge extent, that has contributed to a lot in my life today.
Absolutely.
In terms of the faith that you put in everything, and what makes me have the comfort that I am here not because I work hard. There are people who work hard.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm not here because I'm brilliant. There are many people who are brilliant than me.
Yes.
Many other times I've sat in a room and I've seen, wow, that lady, that gentleman is on another level in terms of whatever parameter that I measure them on. So I'm so privileged to understand that where I am as a journey that God has allowed to roll in my life, and in terms of a journey that God has played and opened those many chapters to where I am. So I deeply owe my existence to what God has done. And again, that connects to your opening statement about purpose. Because again, when you live a life of faith in God, then you begin now to think about purpose. There is a higher being. We are not just here to live a good life, to have a good job, to have a good family that you can take care of. Then you begin to understand life is bigger than that, because then if there is a higher being that brought you here, then it means your life is beyond you breathing.
Absolutely.
It is hugely beyond you breathing. Then that again interrupts your life deliberately. That then you cannot just, it's not about coming to work and getting a paycheck.
Yes.
It is about living to the purpose of your calling.
Absolutely.
And then that has been my whole journey, and I owe it to God. So I believe sometimes the faith that you have begins to inform what is next for you. So again, that makes me not to I should not fear anybody.
Absolutely.
I respect.
Yes.
I must respect everybody. I must respect my bosses.
Yeah.
I must respect my juniors. But I can only fear God. And that's what faith does, and makes the life of any living soul so great to change their society. Because anytime you wake up, you know very well that, you know what, if I can bow down to God, if
Wow.
I fear God, then I can only respect more. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it is my duty to respect.
And you see, that brings me to you always have this level of accountability, because you know your life is not your own.
Good.
Yeah, there's a higher person that you're accountable to.
Yeah.
You know. Wow. Okay, great.